So I wasn't prepared with a second question, so I'm going to just try and come up with something out of always say. What's the Illinois state record flathead weigh?
78 pounds. 78 pounds.
I heard two people distinctly say these two here. Okay, now what we need to have, we're going to go 3 rounds, 2 minutes each, submit, tap out, right here. Okay, and then whoever wins that gets the rod, so. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are serious, too. They were going to go.
I was going to save time, 30 seconds.
You know, I was going to, you've been good and everything, but his lemon bars, holy smokes. Lemon bars are good. That was the first thing I ran for when the storm came in. I grabbed a pan. I'll hold on to them. I disposed of them. They're all right. Okay, Ted and Brent. Jason and Brent. Yeah, okay. Too many people, too many names in my little craw. Neither one of you's been on a guide trip with me yet, right? Okay, so you don't know how phenomenal I am as a fisherman yet, so I can't answer any of those questions. That one was good. See, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? I thought it was funny too. Put the mic down and laugh. Where are you from? Where are you from?
East Peoria.
Oh man, I was gonna see. Originally, I was gonna give it away to who came from the furthest, but there was really no contest. But since I had a tie, I was gonna give it to who was the furthest. So here you go, Ted.
Where to go?
Good job, buddy. It works. We can't use them.
My boat like that last night.
It works.
That's his goat rod. That's what he gave it away.
There's no warranty. Where'd my glow rod go? Never mind, I got it. It's right here. I was going to cover a little of this before we start talking a little bit more about the fish. You dreaded flathead catfish that you've asked me about 7,000 questions about since last night. Did you see that over there in the tank? Did you see what the bullheads were doing? Trying to sleep underneath him? Makes sense now. I've done all these seminars and always tell people about how bullheads aren't necessarily any better of a bait as far as being lively, but the reason they're so good is because they seem to enjoy flatheads' company for some reason. I think flathead tend to tolerate them too until they're hungry, and then they swallow them. But what better than a fish that likes to ambush his food? What better than to have a bait fish that likes to sleep under your chin? I mean, that's breakfast in bed. Right, Grover?
That's it.
If you want breakfast in bed, sleep in the kitchen, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh. Well, that's what they do. So I'm glad we had some bullhead, and Dave Galvin, thank you very much for getting that little flathead this morning so we could show some people that. Because now you can see what we're talking about. It's not a lie. It actually does happen. Any of you that have fished for flatheads, you know that flatheads aren't like channels, and they're not like blues. Everybody has this image of flatheads grabbing a rod and just doubling it in half, and the boat tipping to one side, and all kinds of, I'm going to bust out a big word, macabre. That's a word for the day.
Wow.
Look that up and let me know what it means, because I'm not sure. But anyway, but they don't hit that way. It's very rare that they hit that way. Sometimes they will grab a rod and double it over, but a lot of times you're getting these little taps. And learning your bait comes into, you know, because a lot of people, you get, especially me when I get people in the boat on a guide trip, and, you know, you got an 8-inch bluegill out there and you're getting this, and I mean, they're jumping for the rod. Every time the bait moves, they're jumping for the rod, they think it's a bite, you know. That takes a little getting used to. The difference is, bait bites are usually shaky, rattly, and then you'll see that. That's when you develop the brown streak. You go, oh my God, he's here. And then you get this real nice slow bite, and then you do this, and he keeps going, and then you set hook and miss. Because that's all about, I'm just kidding, Jason. That's why I was looking at you when I said that, because I figured you'd probably miss. But That's generally what you get with flathead. It's just that hard pop. Because flathead don't move up on baits, trap them against the bottom of the river, or up against a bank, or up against a piece of wood, and swallow them, and pull on them, and tear at them like channel cats do. They inhale them. You know, they suck water in through their gills. They can inhale a bait fish from 15 inches away. A mature flathead can. All the flathead's power is in opening his jaws, whereas a blue cat and a channel cat, all their power is in closing. And if you've ever, got your fingers stuck between the lips of a blue cat or a channel cat, you know what they can do to you. You're running around a boat and you're running like this, going, help, help, and you got a channel cat hanging from your finger. You know what I'm saying? Your skin's gone, and they're bad. Channel cat, bad. Blue cat, bad. Flathead's beautiful. Because they don't do that to you very often. They'll take a little skin off when you're holding on to them, but it's not because they're biting you. They're just saying they love you. Flathead's good. Channel cat, bad. Yes. No, I'm talking, oh, I love channel cat. Yeah, they were very good today. No, flathead's very good. Why flatheads, Tony? Why? You've been mostly a channel cat guy for a long time, and you're really getting into flatheads. So what about them amazes you, other than me being your idol?
For size.
For size. Size matters. Okay. Uh-oh. J&N dip bait worms right there. Thousands of them. I get them up here, and I give them to my good friends and pass them around. Jim! Get out the truck! Come on down! Because I said so! Come on! We were just talking about J&N dip bait worms and flatheads. You damn Skippy. Oh, flathead. Okay, size. Size is one thing that impresses people about flatheads. Impresses everybody, you know. Within 15 or 20 minutes of everybody sitting in this room, you can find a 50-pound flathead. Every one of you. 15, 20 minutes at the most. 20-pounder, 30-pounder, 40-pounder, 60-pounder. Just because they're there don't mean you're going to catch them. But they're there. Now you can go looking for bass all you want to. And when you catch a 60-pounder, come tell me because I want to see it. Or a crappie, Jason. Or a bluegill, Jason. Bass, smallmouth, Jason. Fish boy. Get this to sit down. I know most of you have met Fishaholic. He's right here. I'm going to do this several times throughout the little talk we're doing today. Every time somebody in our community in Sterling Rock Falls or surrounding area, you know, they lose somebody, they get diagnosed with a disease, their house burns down, they need a transplant. Anything happens, Jason puts on a tournament. He organizes them, he gets donations, and he gives all the money to the family. And a lot of time he ends up taking the families out. He is, however, on the wrong side of the fishing line.
Not possible.
We're converting though. We're slowly. You notice when these people do need his help and he generously steps up, he does throw a catfish tournament instead of, you know, one of the other less important fish tournaments. But anyway, Jason, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Got a bunch of dip bait ones from folks today, Jim? 5-gallon bucket full?
No.
I was accused of having buckets full of them available to people at all times. I'm just telling you what I heard. I report the news, I don't make it. Thank you. You heard it here first. We've got 5-gallon bucket full. What appeals to you about flatheads other than size?
I can't seem to catch one.
Okay. And that's something that's human nature, right? We all want what we can't have.